Hey guys, welcome back to Livecop episode 7. It's been a few slower weeks, but I'm happy to be back to show you this week's recent Livecops. Today we're going to be going over the Jordan 12 Easters, the Jordan 5 Stealths, the Supreme Swarovski S logo drop, and lastly the Jordan 5 Raging Bulls. Before we get started, I'm happy to say I've partnered with the BotSpot, a premium and safe rental server for all different types of bots. Give them a follow on Twitter and join their Discord. You can use my discount code BOTTERTONE5 for 5% off all rentals. I'll be leaving my code in the description below. Lastly, shoot me a follow on my socials, as well as subscribing and leaving any questions you have for me in the comments below. Let's get started. Starting off, we have the Jordan 12 Low Easters. Stock was super low on this. I believe some sites pulled. It might have been East Bay. This drop was super quick for me. I only ran for a few ACOs and ended up hitting 4 total pairs, with one being PV'd. So I ended up with 3 altogether. Moving on, we have the Jordan 5 Stealth drop. I wasn't planning on running, and I actually decided to run an ACO a little bit late, and then ran some tasks for myself. I started the screen recording late. As you could see, I already had checkouts. These checkouts were literally 10 seconds into the drop, right when it started, and then after that I got nothing. I ended up with 3 pairs, and I ran Mecha AO, and that was pretty much that. Next up, we have the Supreme Week 7 release. This release included the box cutters and the Swarovski collab items. I strictly ran for the white S logo hoodie and ran about 30 tasks. This was my first time running Kodai. As you could see, I was getting slammed with captchas. I had about 8 harvesters with females that I farm using AYCD. It was my first time running it, so I was just testing it out. Didn't want to hit too many of these because Supreme items have been bricking recently, unless it's a super hyped item. And as you can see, towards the end of this clip, I do actually hit 1 Swarovski hoodie in size XL. Overall, running Kodai for the first time, it went pretty well on Supreme. The only thing I'm going to change next time is swapping out my Gmail since they look a little fried. I ran 75 monitor delay and safe mode for all my tasks. I was using Paddock Resis, and as you can see, I did end up with 1 checkout on the Swarovski S logo hoodie in size XL in the white colorway. Last but not least, we have the Jordan 5 Raging Bull drop. I ran Prism for the first time since I just bought it. It's a very good bot. The UI is perfect, and it's very simple to use. I used third-party capture solvers for this, and I stuck to about 400 tasks per site and per SKU. I did run Kodai in the background on an Oz server, but I forgot to set up my webhook, so not all of my checkouts came through on my logs. I ended up with about 45 total pairs, but I did have a lot of PV issues this time. Usually I've been getting 0 PV, but this time I switched it up, and I believe more of my PVs came from my VCCs. But I ended up with 15-ish total pairs shipping successfully, so it wasn't a total L for this release. As for my setup, I have a lot of people DMing me questions regarding how I set up for foot sites, so I'm gonna include it in this week's Livecop. For Prism and Kodai, it was the same exact thing. I ran 400 tasks per foot site per SKU. I used mainly ISPs, considering Resi data gets burnt very quickly with permaqueue if you don't manage it properly. And for me, since I'm running multiple bots and things get hectic, I stuck to ISPs only for this drop. Kodai does not handle Resis well, so it tends to crash a lot, so I decided ISPs were the move for Kodai as well. I used the standard delays and all the settings that the bots pretty much say, and that was pretty much my setup for this Livecop. As for this week's summary, we ended up with 3 AJ5 Stealths, 1 Swarovski hoodie, 3 AJ12 Low Easters, and 45 Raging Bull GS pairs. Last but not least, I want to give a quick shout out to Mommy's Kitchen. They are the cook group I'm in. I've been getting a lot of questions in my DMs saying if you should join one or which one you should join, and my only answer is Mommy's Kitchen. They have the best staff and the best group of people that are so willing to help you with everything. Thank you for watching.